Okay, time to go live. I was missing these lives. Do you want to know which type of leader are you? Are you interested in knowing how many types of leadership you have in a network marketing business? And would you like to know the 5 steps to create massive duplication in your team? If you are interested in these topics, stay tuned, because this is what we are going to talk about, what we are going to cover in this live video. So my name is Antonio Norton. Welcome to Grab Your Freedom. And now this is the topic that I want to talk to you about. So let's get into it. First of all, let's talk about the 3 types of leadership that you can have in your network marketing business. But before starting, let me say that what I'm going to talk about was inspired in a video that I saw by my colleague Tanya Humphrey. So thanks, Tanya. It has lots of value, your video, and I'm going to talk about what I've learned in that content. So let's jump on to the 3 types of leadership. The first one is the hero leader. And what is the hero leader? It's basically the leader who signs up a new member and gives all the answers, is absolutely 100% available to him or to her, gives all the answers to the new member, and is completely available, whether is digitally speaking or physically speaking. Then you may say, whoa, that's the kind of leader that I want. And that's the kind of leader that I want to be, 100% present. But there's a problem in that. And the problem is, if you want to reach duplication, you need that your members become independent, become autonomous. And if you are giving all the answers, you are not stimulating their independency, their autonomy. They should be able to find the answers. If you are there all the time answering everything, what's the efforts that they have? How are you pushing them forward? And one more thing, if you are 100% available, how can you have time to be available to all the members that you want to sign in? That would be impossible. And that type of leader, the hero leader, creates a huge level of dependency. And it's easy to understand why. But besides that, there's another problem in this kind of leadership. Can you guess what is it? It's not difficult. The thing is that if a member that you sign in has success, the member will declare that his success was because of your immense and enormous help. So you become a hero to your leader, to your member, sorry. But if you want to create, an autonomy in your member, the member has to reach success by himself, not because you gave all the answers. And the thing is, now imagine if the member fails, doesn't reach the success, invests a lot and doesn't get there. You will become a villain instead of a hero. So You don't want to be a hero, and you don't want to be a villain. You just want to be someone who signs up a new member, is there for some help, but is not all the time available and is not giving all the answers. Do you agree with me? Does this make sense to you? Let's go for the second type of leadership. The second type of leadership is the leader that signs up a new member, drops the leader in the system, and runs away. And you never hear of him again. Are you this type of leader? Are you dropping your members and running away? Are you just trusting in the system and don't give, any importance to your member? Are you this type of leader? Because if you are, then you should review what you are doing. Or do you have this type of leadership? Does your upline works like this? Did you have the chance to meet your upline anytime? And if you never met your upline, maybe you should question yourself why that happened and what type of leader he is or she is. Because the thing is that those leaders, they just completely trust the system. They dump you in the system and they run away. And this is not the type of leader that you want either. So let's go for the third type of leader, which is the ideal leader. And it's basically a combination of the previous two types of leadership. So it's the leader that gives a human touch, wants to meet the members, whether it's digitally or physically. In my company, I'm always meeting my members, digitally speaking. And if I have the chance to meet them physically, perfect. Of course, I will do it. I will be available for that. But this doesn't mean being available all the time, because I won't be available all the time. And I won't give the answers to every one of them all the time. So it's the type of leader that signs up a new member, gives a human touch, wants to be present, but is not all the time present. Do you resonate with what I'm talking about? Do you agree that this is the type of leader that you should be? If you agree with me, drop me a 1. And if you don't agree, please explain me why you don't agree. And what would you tell about this? So this basically covers the 3 types of leadership that I wanted to talk about. It's a short subject. So now let's go to the second part of this live video, which are the five steps to create massive duplication in your team. Do you have any clue? If you have any clue, please drop your comments, your ideas about which are the 5 basic steps. So I will start with the first one. The first basic step is you need to decide which skills you want to teach your members. Remember, you need to know your members and to meet them where they are. Don't give them lots of content when they are not ready to understand that content, to understand that concept, to understand that language, to understand the terms, those ideas. The trainings should be gradual, step by step. Meet them where they are. Otherwise, you can pay the risk of overwhelming your members. And if they become overwhelmed, they will become confused. They may turn into hopeless members, helplessness members, and they may quit because they are overwhelmed with doubts, with questions, with confusion. So it's better to be simple, to be direct, and to be pedagogic, and go with them step by step. So this is the first one. Know your member and work with them step by step. Be patient, be tolerant, and teach them step by step. So the second step, talking about steps, is chunk the learning process. Don't say to them, hey, you need to prospect your cold market with online strategies. Don't just say them this. You need to teach them how they can do it. How they can do it. That is really, really important. They need to understand how they can do it. So teach them all the time the how. Not just the what they should do, but teach them the how. Okay. The third step is really important, and is set up trainings that are comprehensive to them, understandable to them. Let me tell you one more thing, and a piece of advice that is that I highly recommend. Record your trainings. Use video recordings for your trainings. And if you do that, your members can watch the training every time they need to, because the trainings will be recorded, and you can put your face, you can use like a Zoom video, record your trainings, and put some step by step so they can easily understand, and it will be really helpful to them. And one more thing that will be great is that you don't have to be present all the time. You can save your time to do other things, to be in other places, to be doing other things. After all, that was the reason why you decided to become a network marketeer, is to grab your freedom, right? So the record videos are great tool. Let's go to the step 4. And the step 4 is create an environment where they can learn, where your members can learn. It needs to be a safe environment. For instance, if you are teaching them strategies to close the sales, it will be great to have role plays with them. It can be you, the leader, doing role plays with your members. You can put your members doing role play with each other, and you can be observing and tweaking some things that are not right according to your idea. And this is really, really, really helpful. It can make a big change if you help your members in a safe environment to experiment, to role play the techniques used to prospect, to close sales, and to start a new conversation, and so on, things connected with your business. This will be really helpful. Let's go for the final step. It's the 5th step, and it is prepare yourself and be always updated. You need to understand that the times are changing, like Bob Dylan said, and really the times are changing all the time. So you need to be attent and be updated with the new material, with new trainings that appear. When you start to have new members, rookie members that just appeared, they can have lots of questions, they can have lots of doubts, and you need to understand their questions. You need to be updated to help them. And another thing, to duplicate, you need to start to have senior members of your team that already know the way you work and can teach them, the others, how you do it. So you don't have to be doing that all the time, and so on, and so on, and so on. So this covers up my live video. So once again, understand what you want to teach them step by step. Teach them how. Give them a training tool like live recording training. Create a safe environment to train. And fifth and final, be updated with new trainings and new material that appears all the time. So that's it. So this was my live for today. I hope you had value with that. And if you had value, please give me some love, give me some value, write something. It was a pleasure being here. And if you want to work with me, just write in your comments work, and I will reach out to you. If you will watch this on replay, I'm sure you will, because I have no one watching it live now, hashtag replay, and I will give you a shout out. I will gladly give you a shout out, because that's great. That's great that if you appear and if you stay tuned. So bye bye, take care, and see you soon.